All right, we're getting the first match. This is a pretty close MMR match actually. So this is going to be one of our better ones, I think, for the first round that we're showing. So yeah, it's like 5.6k Terran against 5.8k Protoss. So that's like very, very close. You know, within 200 MMR of each other. On StarCraft 2 ladder, that's a lot closer than on StarCraft 1 ladder. I think that might be just slightly loud.
ST4 and Kai Hanglo cheer. X300.
What's up, Stanky?
I don't remember Dune 2 looking this sharp. Wow.
Yeah, I was looking. I don't know if that's you in the Discord. I assume it is. I assume there's not another guy that names himself ST4 and Kai in the Discord. But anyways, I was looking to download it today. The downloads were all broken, but I found a web browser based version. So we are good to go. I think we'll be playing Dune 2 this week. I'm actually kind of excited. For it. So we'll be giving that a try later this week. Okay. Anyways, let's see what we got here. We got DisReSpeCT in the bottom left. In the top right, we have Rhizer. Again, 2 strong NA players. Yeah, DisReSpeCT we've actually casted a fair amount in the past. And yeah, he's pretty good and still up and coming, I think. Rhizer we've done a little tiny bit of. Definitely heard of him a little bit more than DisReSpeCT as well. The Quizat Hatterash. Yeah, for sure, you know that. Yeah, I love Dune. Read all the books. It's great. Actually, I haven't read the prequels yet, but I did buy the prequels, so maybe I'll read those at some point. Anyways, yeah, we're on Artosis Station. So we have seen this map previously. This is the one with that third base that's kind of pocketed behind that looks really hard to attack. So a very defensive map. And it's like forever from base to base. What's up, Stanky?
X300, yeah, that's me. I responded, you can emulate it in a browser.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I haven't really used Discord much, but I got an email notification that you tagged me and I logged into the Artosis Discord and immediately I was like, wow, this must be where all the hottest girls on the internet hang out.
Yeah, but be careful because Celia's a mod in there. Anyways, yeah, we'll be playing Dune 2. I'm actually, yeah, thank you for the constant harassment about it. We'll get to that this week. Anyways, taking a look, guys. By the way, before this cast really gets going, I do want to mention that there is a new YouTube channel, Artosis Casts 2, for StarCraft 2 videos. So if you are someone that likes StarCraft 2, that's where the StarCraft 2 casts are going to go. Just kind of its own spot. Mapu's running that channel. And yeah, we're going to be uploading all the casts from this and other various things that I end up casting on that channel. So, and yeah, of course, Artosis Casts is just StarCraft 1. I'm sure a lot of you already know that one. I've been doing that one for years. So, anyways, it is an Oracle opener here. He's throwing down a shield battery, has the double adept here as well. And it looks like DisReSpeCT is going to try to just run by. Yeah, throws down a single grenade. The shade was pretty quick. He is going to get a few probes at least. So gets 2 already, and it looks like that's going to be it. So only a couple of probe kills. Maybe not executed quite as well as he would have liked. So a little bit painful there. Oracle going across the map. Oh my god, it's a flea beacon. Dude, tell me it's a mothership rush. Tell me it's a mothership rush. Honestly, I could see it being a Tempest as well. Like, Tempest from back there, though, doesn't make as much sense to me. Really hoping that we end up seeing a mothership here. That would be amazing to see a mothership rush. You know, the patch has come out recently, and the mothership has been changed dramatically. It costs way less than before. Its stats are very, very different. Not mana-based anymore, all energy-based. Oh, it is going to be a Tempest. Okay, so Tempests have also changed in the patch, in case you weren't aware, and they are going to be a little bit faster now and look a little bit smaller as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for Tempest. So that's kind of interesting. One thing to mention about the Tempest. Okay, and I want to talk about why I think the Tempest is a good unit for this map in a second, but the Cyclone was so heavily changed, it doesn't really counter Tempest anymore. Tempests are very good against those. So you're going to have to basically... Oh my god, he's going Mothership and Tempest. I love him. Rhizer is my new favorite player. Goodbye, Trigger. Hello, Rhizer. My new favorite Protoss from North America. Okay, so this is super, super cool. I can't wait for this. You can see that this thing is speedy, speedy fast right now. It turns and excels better than it used to. Mothership as well turns really, really well now at this point. And it looks like he wants to harass there. So the setup here is kind of like King Sejong Station, if you guys remember that map. It was a very popular map for a while, but this is like a modified version how the natural is set up, which is a great place for a Tempest to go in and harass some. Now, I don't believe that there's any Vikings out, so there's literally not going to be anything that can really scratch this. So this is a mega cool idea. Throws down the tag. Oh, there is one Viking, but a Tempest wrecks a Viking. There's no issue there. Now, there's the Cyclone. You're going to see that the Cyclone has a hard time locking on. Its lock-on range is like... Lock-on range, I think, is 7, and it can fire at 9. So that's like really hard to hit.
I really value
What's
your
up?
opinion. I even got the Shattered Earth book from my library.
Nice.
What kind of B-Day do you prefer? I want to get the best. Wish you did more SC2 stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, I'm still doing it weekly at least. And I'm glad that you got that book. It's fantastic. I'm on book number 2. I ordered book number 3. It's a great series. I'm really, really enjoying it. But yeah, I don't have a bidet yet. I did promise myself I'd buy one, so this year I'm going to get one, hopefully, by the end of the year. Anyways, onwards. A little recall there. Now, this is really cool. So he's got the Mothership. He's got multiple Tempests. And if you look at this base layout, you can't really attack him. He can kind of just go for this. He's going into carriers, more Tempests. Like, this is really cool. And you see with the tags, he's able to just target down what he wants with these Tempests right now. Now, the Mothership doesn't permanently cloak. That's an ability that it can use every 50 seconds for a duration of 20 seconds. It's really weird. No Regret and I talked about that and made a YouTube video about it. But like, I think that is a bit of a mistake. They should have just let it have its permanent cloaking field to be such an interesting unit at that point. But still, I think it's very interesting at the moment. So anyways, this is directly into Skytoss. He is not caring at all about gateway units. I think he still has just 2 adepts. For this map, this is such a good idea. This is such a good idea by Rhizer. And here's the thing. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really watch any StarCraft 2 this week, so maybe someone else came up with this week. Because the patch is like literally a week and like 8 hours old, right? So it's still a relatively new patch. So I didn't see if someone else came up with this, but like for a map like this where you basically have 3 bases with 1 choke point, this is such a brilliant idea that you can go directly into Skytoss. You see he's getting robos as well as the support bay. That's going to be for disruptors to make sure that he doesn't just die to like Marines, let's say, right? And then it's like, well, you have to go Vikings from there, but the Vikings kind of get, you know, railed back by the Tempests. And if you want to commit in to hit the Tempest, then the carriers are going to be able to put out their DPS. So that's tough. Like that's a tough unit comp to deal with when you start getting up to the actual mass that you want. So yeah, this is really exciting stuff from Rhizer. I'm totally digging this build right now. I can't believe that we're actually seeing like a mothership rush. So +1 is almost done. I'm sure you'll get into +2 very quickly. That 4th base being taken. And look at this. This is the funny thing about Red Huset Station. And again, this is something that I talked about in last week's cast as well. You know, you have that 3 base and it's 1 defensive spot. You take a 4th base, it's still 1 defensive spot and very hard to get in there. So like excellent defensive areas on this map. So easy to get gigantic. There is that 1 medevac waiting to go in, but that's not really that scary. Maybe if he can line that up with a frontal push, he can like draw attention away, maybe get some probes in the main base, you know, maybe pick off a reasonable building, a cybernetics core for +2 or something. I don't know. But like 1 medevac is not the scariest thing in the world here. Well, that is a pylon that's kind of all by itself. You do want to watch out for those. And picks off the medevac immediately. You can see very quickly dealing a lot of damage right there. Kind of annoying here to try to kill this with Warpins since you have like 1 gate. Kind of a funny and cute thing. He does have double cyber core, but hasn't actually done anything with it. Might be time to throw a couple cannons down in those mineral lines as well. You can see he's got a few in these other mineral lines just to be safe. I like that building skin a lot, by the way, for those photon cannons. Those look really cool. So yeah, more and more carriers are popping out. Some immortals joining the fray. That is not something I expected. This may be him countering Thors before Thors even appear. We also have Blink on the way. He is getting +1 ground attack. That's interesting as well. Okay, he does have 4 gates, actually, so my bad. But adding in a few gateway units here. Like, if you trade Air Army for Air Army, I could see remassing gateway units and that being pretty good. But in this, exactly, like having 4 stalkers underneath those is not that helpful. I guess if you get like a nice size group, you know, 10, 12 stalkers, maybe you can pick off a lot of these Vikings. Okay, so we have some upgrades coming right now for the Void Rays. Going to get that Void Ray speed going. +2 almost done. More and more carriers, more gates on the way. I mean, if you're going to get this many gates, I feel like you may as well grab a second forge and just pump out those upgrades, because before they get like 2-2 minimum, they're going to be kind of garbage. Plasma shields get started. Makes a lot of sense when you're going for a Sky Toss. All right, down he comes, and oh my. Okay, so the Disruptor actually goes out, gets a really reasonable hit, throws down the Time Warp here. The Carrier's putting some sick damage out there. The Marauders dealing a lot of damage to everything underneath, but you can see the Sky Toss army does definitely end up winning that. He loses the Mothership, but has basically all of his Carriers left, plus a couple Tempests, plus a single Immortal underneath. So definitely this this army is doing its job right now. Brings up a Prism. Can definitely remake a lot there too. Now, we have 2 starports, so we do have 4 Vikings being made at a time. 2-2 is about to finish. There's no splash damage here, so this is actually something you can overwhelm with Bio. This might be a little bit of a mistake to commit this hard, but he killed so much, I guess there's not quite enough production left, and GG. That's going to be game 1, and that was sick. I loved seeing the new strat. I love seeing the quick Tempest Rush. I love seeing the Mothership play, the very fast Mothership play. It seemed like a great strategy for that map, really. Because it's not just a new patch, it's a new map pool as well.